Alright, welcome back. Here we go with another headliner I got going on. Alright, this right here, this guy's daughter drew this thing up a while back. He loved it so much he wanted to put it on his car. So he went ahead and bought himself a new one, right out the bag, fresh, ready to go. I look it over, and as with luck with me lately, every one of them's got creases in it. Every time I get one of these things, they always got a crease in it. So he was like, fine, just go ahead and paint over it. So I go ahead and chalk it up. We look it over. Go outside, look at his car. Yeah, it's upside down again. Wipe it all down again because I don't want to do like the Joker one I did. Check out this video here. You'll see me doing it upside down for half the video. Took the imagery, enlarged it to the size I was looking for, sketched it out really right off my iPad, and went ahead and just cut it out and using that as like a shield. So I'm going to do the background first. Do the background first and work my way forward. This is the tree. So I went ahead and just started to freehand do this thing. Just lightly dust it in there, start kind of mocking up where I'm going to put everything. I do my sky first, start getting my colors right. Get some details with like the clouds and a little more of the background stuff, the glow. Then I just start freehanding the tree, and just start trying to make it so I can still see my clouds in the background, but the tree is the focal point, and I still have some of the sky in the background, so it's not totally covered up. I am using some Createx right out of the bottle. I mix up a little white to have a lighter base and start to work my way darker with it. If I just go ahead and spray this green right on top of the black, it's going to look really dark, so I want to kind of make sure it kind of pops, Peel away some of the shielding, see how it looks. Tree looks good, the background looks good. Wipe down the chalk, and then I go ahead and where it's kind of blown out, I re-blackened it in. And from there, I started just brushing on the gold. Now, I'm sure some of you guys are like, why don't you just go ahead and airbrush that too? Well, the original drawing his daughter did was all done with a brush, it looked like, so I wanted to kind of have that same texture feel. I'm using House of Color pinstriping paint for the striping. And one side looks pretty decent, so then I go ahead and trace it, chalk it up, retrace it out on the other side, kind of get a template of where it's going to go. Now the mask, I just went ahead and took a picture off the Disney Plus, put it in my iPad and trace it out and start putting it down there. Same thing as I did with the panther heads on both sides. It looks pretty rough the way I'm doing it right now, but I'm just kind of basically slapping in some lines, kind of getting a placement of where I want to put everything. Like the spear here, it's got a lot of detail. I'm just kind of slapping in some lines to get a placement, and then from there I'll go ahead and retrace it out better. Took the same House of Color pinstriping paint, put it in my gun, and dusted over the whole thing right here. Using an old bill, getting some shield action there, getting a little dusting on. Giving it a heavy black outline, just kind of making it look kind of comic book looking, but not. And I'm just going back and forth. I'm just trying to give it some texture, put some highlights with the brushwork. This is the difficult thing about this job is I have the reference artwork and I'm trying to make it look like the reference work, but I'm also doing it in my style, but I'm trying to make it still recognizable in her way. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of back and forth. I get a little caught up and I start making a little too three-dimensional on the spears, so I had to kind of pull back and not go too far. I wanted to keep it still like line quality. So I had to constantly look at it and make sure I was doing it right. I gave it like a highlight here. Didn't really need to, but I wanted to make it a little bit more rounded. And now I went ahead and took off the little push pieces that go up into the headliner, and I painted those to match so they don't stand out like a sore thumb once you click them all in. I wanted that to blend in better. Dusting around the edge with black just to kind of get rid of all the overspray, like right there. Before I finish the whole job, I kind of look over the whole thing, give it a few little hot spot highlights, just tweak it out a little bit more, but just give myself a little bit of time, do some highlights, do a little bit of touch-ups, and just say I'm done with the thing, be over with it. Because I can just keep on going and just keep working and working and working. I just gotta be done. Once I sign my name to it, I don't touch it anymore. I'm officially done with it and get it in the booth. Get yourself a can of Rattle Cane Clear semi-gloss satin finish and basically just do a good overspray over the whole thing. And this is just to kind of protect it, so, you know, if something happens underneath the hood and oil or something splashes up, it doesn't mess with the artwork. It has a little bit of protection to it. Just a little something. Let it sit for a good hour before you go ahead and touch it. Everything looks good, dry, ready to go. And here it is, all finished up on the car with a little light on it. Looks good. All right, everybody, if you got any questions or comments or anything, just give me a holler. Any requests, just let me know. Like, follow, blah, 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 blah. Have a good day. Bye.